Hello, welcome to the Food That Makes Us, recipes that comfort and connect us. And today I am doing a special episode with Nataliya Cummings, who is one of my best friends and also my adventure partner. Back in the day, we used to take people on food tours to Ukraine, and I'm sure that we will resume one day soon. But today we just got together to give each other huge hugs and also cook something delicious for you. Nataliya, apart from being an amazing textile expert, is also a forager. We've done loads of mushroom foraging in the forest of Dean, near where Nataliya lives in
Herefordshire.
In Herefordshire. And so today we're making an amazing mushroom recipe, and it's basically pancakes filled with a mushroom filling, and we're going to wrap the mushroom filling inside the pancakes, and then we're going to fry them again. So it's just going to be a really extremely delicious situation for this autumn. Is this your mom's recipe?
Well,
Ish.
I think it's
Yours?
mine.
Just
my
yours.
mom's. We just like foraging for mushrooms, and we like to cook with mushrooms. So,
Did you forage when you were little?
Yes, I started foraging when I was 4 years old. I think that's what my dad told me, and when my mum. And since I moved to UK 13 years ago, I just longed to find spots where I can forage. So I found a few spots in Herefordshire. Now I'm taking people to forage with me.
Okay, so for our batter, we've got an egg. Today I decided to do half buckwheat flour and half, really nice stone ground white flour. You can use plain or bread flour. I don't think it really matters that much. And normally I would use milk, but actually I forgot to get some. So we're gonna have a go and use oat milk instead and see how it goes. But I think it's gonna be good. Then what else do we need? For the filling, we're gonna fry some onions up. So we have 2 onions that we're going to slice or dice? Slice.
It doesn't matter really.
Yeah, thinly slice and cook until they're nice and translucent. Then we've got these amazing mushrooms that I got at a farmer's market. I've got a little card here actually. Where are they from? Merit mushrooms. And we've got pink oyster mushrooms, blue oyster mushrooms. I can't remember what these ones are. They told me, but I forgot. I've got little oyster mushrooms as well, which are really cute. And that's some kind of a golden oyster mushroom, for sure.
All oyster mushrooms.
Mostly oyster mushrooms, but you don't need to have fancy mushrooms or unusual mushrooms to make this dish. Obviously, you can just have your, bog standard chestnut mushrooms and it will still be delicious. What else have we got? We've got dill, only because I forgot to buy parsley, so dill is life. What else have we got? And what is it? Mushroom powder?
It's a dried porcini powder. So I gathered some mushrooms in Forest of Dean. I dehydrated them. And
How do you dehydrate?
You can use a dehydrator or you can just strain them.
Mm-hmm.
I showed you one, yeah. So you can just strain them and put above the some fireplace or anything, and it just it will dry.
Leave them to hang.
Yeah, leave them to hang until they're dry, and then you put it into the sink. Sorry, guys.
So
and then you have to
blitz them.
Blitz them. Here you go. Blitz
Okay.
them.
And I love your little vintage pot for your dried mushrooms. And then you also have your famous pickled garlic flowers, and we're just gonna serve it alongside the mushrooms because it's gonna be really nice.
Amazing, yes.
Nice little bit of
So it's just like a honey pot from.
sure. Right. So shall we just get on with it? Wait. And we have creme fraiche because it's a Ukrainian recipe. So we're just going to add a little bit at the end of the mushroom cooking to just give it a little bit of nice kind of juice and freshness. But if you want to make this vegan, use whatever you use for egg substitute. I don't know what people would use for egg substitute.
We do a sourdough pancake, so you can just do a sourdough and water, and it just makes it the
Just
same pancake.
Just
as well.
sourdough thing. Okay, and obviously oat milk, but only because I forgot milk, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm sure it's going to be delicious. And in terms of amounts, I've got 1 egg. I've got 200 grams of flour, so that's 100 grams of buckwheat, 100 grams of white, and then I've got 400 mils of oat milk. Shall we go?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Okay, I'm gonna slice and you're gonna fry. How about that?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so cut in half. So just lengthways, as thinly as you can. So 1.5 onions. But you can use 1 or you can use 2. It's not gonna be a massive problem. Okay, so we've put some clarified butter in the pan only because I've made a clarified butter today for another recipe, but you can just use normal butter and a little splash of oil. And we're going to put a generous pinch of salt and give it all a stir. And how do you want them? How do you normally do them when you cook it at home?
I just so they're a little bit translucent.
Not too much color or anything.
Not too much color, just so they're soft and nice.
Yeah.
And then you take them out, and then you put any mushroom that you have. Wild mushroom, forage mushrooms are the best, but you can use any mushrooms. You can
Sure.
also use some dried mushroom dehydrated for a bit of flavor
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, we're going to use your amazing powder.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
use amazing powder afterwards when we put it in a pancake.
Okay.
But if you want stronger taste to your just ordinary mushrooms, that's the way to go. You rehydrate your dried mushrooms and then you try to whisk them with the water, and it's like a paste.
Yeah.
It becomes a paste, and you can just add it, and it just gives it punch.
Delicious.
Yeah.
And I don't know, with these oyster mushrooms, I'm just going to chop them up.
I just chop.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter because they're going inside of the pancake, so you don't need to
Yeah.
kind of season.
Yeah, and also this looks like a lot of mushrooms, but actually they really lose water and it becomes like a normal amount. So I'm just gonna slice them up.
It's a nice thing to eat savory pancakes. It's something that people don't do a lot in England, so I find it very. Whenever guests come to my house, we always feed them with savory pancakes. That's
Nice.
the thing that we do.
And the good thing about these is that you can make the pancakes, you can fill them with the filling, and then you can even keep them in the fridge and then just fry them up before people come. And so it's kind of like a really great make in advance dish. Did we get that? Yeah.
And buckwheat flour is good because if you're gluten-free,
Yeah,
you can
so
use, it could be a gluten-free vegan recipe. It could be just adopted.
exactly. So I did add a little bit of white flour today, but you can just use all buckwheat and all be fine. So these ones are good. Then maybe these oyster mushrooms as well. I'm just going to slice up. And oh, these oyster mushrooms, can we just have a look at them? They're just so beautiful. I don't want to cut them. I don't want to do anything with them.
The color is just.
I know,
fine.
right?
You just don't get them like that.
No, yeah, I think these guys also sell kits where you grow them yourself at home. So I think we're gonna have a go and try it. Might be quite a nice thing to do with your kids. So this bit actually is just a little bit kind of like tough, so I've just cut it off. And then the rest of them I'm just gonna kind of like roughly chop. So yeah, get rid of this squeaky bit. Cut them. Oh, they're just like corals or something. They're just so beautiful. Again, super, super gorgeous. Look at that color. This bit feels just like the pink ones, a little bit tough. So I'm just gonna cut it and put it in the compost. And then these I'm just gonna leave whole because they're small and beautiful. Right. So there's my big heap of mushrooms that will reduce significantly, but this is already kind of super beautiful. Let's just tuck them in here. It's like a, I don't know, some kind of a treasure. To me, this is treasure. I know that to you, too. It's a Ukrainian from Rivne and as a forager.
Yes.
We went a few times in Kherson Oblast when I was little. We do actually have mushrooms around. We have little pine, kind of pine forests.
Slippery jacks, probably.
Slippery jacks.
Yeah.
So we went to get slippery jacks, but it wasn't that often that we went. Like maybe a couple of times in my life actually, but I wish that we did more. So anyway, we'll catch up and have it when it comes to you.
For me, it's
Next
just the best time I spent as a child is just dreaming about picking mushrooms after the day that you were picking them for whole day. You just close your eyes and anything you see is that you find another mushroom and another mushroom and another mushroom.
Yeah.
Until morning. It's just like...
Do they eat the mushrooms?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
okay, that's good.
I think that's nice. They have so much flavor, those mushrooms, that they actually don't need too much intervention, really,
Yeah.
into anything. They're just as beautiful as they are, really, and tasty. I definitely feel like I was a mushroom in my previous life.
I feel that too. I feel that too. For you.
Maybe in my future life
I was
will be
dill.
a mushroom again, and you were a dill, because dill is life. There you go.
I was dill, you were a mushroom, we found each other, it's all good.
Exactly.
Okay, so, egg goes in, just gonna give it a little whisk. Okay. So, egg is in, that I'm gonna add just almost all of it. I'm gonna add.
I just need to fry another batch of
Mushrooms.
Yes, so I'm transparent them. The onions. We're going to sit there together and wait their turn. To be fair, in Ukraine nobody has a pan for pancakes, a pan for frying.
No.
Everyone is just using one pan and just have to deal with that. You know, nobody has this kind of kitchen full of utensils.
Yes, true.
So we are.
What do you reckon for?
Ready here? Maybe a little bit of dill.
No, we decided time. Let me go get.
Time, maybe.
Okay, so this is the time for my garden. We actually didn't film me picking it because it's in a really shameful bit of my garden that's not very tidy. So I'm not going to subject you to that horrific sight. So I'm just taking it off the stalk and just putting it in. And this is magic, no? Magic. Thyme, garlic, grown thyme.
Oh, it's just amazing.
Amazing mushrooms. Make these in advance and then cook them for when your guests come in and you've got an amazing dish. And it can be a starter or it can be a main with a really lovely salad on the side.
Exactly. And we need to add some creme fraiche.
Oh, and your amazing garlic powder, no? Joe, we're making mushroom pancakes. I know that you make a similar thing. But, okay. I'm just lurking around in the shadows.
So I'm going to add some porcini wild mushroom powder as well to enhance the flavor.
Yes.
You can put as much as you like.
And it's not necessary, but if you have it, why not?
And please make sure if you do go foraging And the best way to preserve your mushrooms is to dehydrate them. And some people have a special dehydrators to do that.
Yeah.
They're very cheap, they're not very expensive things,
Yeah.
but you can preserve fruits and not just mushrooms, herbs, everything with a dehydrator.
Yeah.
And then you can just make it into this beautiful, fragrant flour, and it's flavorsome.
How much creme fraiche do you want?
I would just put 2 spoons,
2 tablespoons?
Yeah, yeah.
Just to make
Just
it
to make
really
it
nice and juicy.
Yes, that's what you're...
There you go. I mean, amazing full fat creme fraiche.
If you can't get a very good creme fraiche, I
Yes.
think it's better to use just a single cream, a little bit of single cream
Yeah.
instead.
Oh, nice.
But this creme fraiche is pure
It's-
joy.
It's legit.
Yeah.
And if you are doing a vegan situation, I don't know. I wouldn't
Just-
go
just
into the
don't-
coconut route.
No.
Not for this
just
one. For some of it works, but for some of it it's yeah.
think it's ready.
Okay, so we're ready to fry the pancakes. The heat is on. I've put some oil in, but I don't need as much as this. I'm just gonna use a piece of paper and just kind of go around it. Just because this is not a perfect pancake pan, okay? So we'll see what happens. So the consistency is like this, and it's a little bit more viscous because of the buckwheat flour. The buckwheat flour, it's not actually a grain, it's a protein. It's a seed, so it's got these kind of qualities. So we're just gonna wait for it to really heat up. One of the worst things that you can do is just to start cooking the first pancake in a cold pan.
Yeah. Перший млинець комом, чи як завжди не виходить.
Да.
It's always wrong. The first pancake.
Yes. So we'll just wait. Be patient over there. Do not put it in when it's too cold. I'm impatient. You know that. But this is going to be delicious. I think the whole buckwheat situation and mushrooms is just, again, just a flavor combination that really, really works and makes everything extra earthy and extra delicious. And that's what you want in autumn. You want the earthy flavors. What do kids watch these days? You know, the sounds and whatever. What's that called?
ASMR.
This is like a visual ASMR. Okay, I need to stop that. All right, so this is kind of hot now, almost. You need to kind of see a little bit of shimmering. I'm just gonna hold my nerve and just give it another 20 seconds, and then I'm gonna put it in. And we want them fairly thin. I don't want like a super cakey fat pancake. Like this is more of a blintz, as they call it. So blintzes, that kind of thing. And I'm gonna go with not quite a full ladleful. So, what do you reckon? Ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Think
let's
it's
go.
ready.
Okay. Yeah. That was a mistake. I should have put a whole thing in. It's okay. The first one is gonna be, this is our tester. This is gonna be quite a small one. And again, here you have to just hold your nerve and make sure that that you almost see, like, we'll see in a second, the edges will become a bit browner. And all of this becomes cooked.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the word. And I'm just gonna...
Yeah, because if you lift it too early, then it will break.
You know what? Where's the rest of the oat milk? I just feel like it can be a little bit more liquidy. That's why it's good to just do like a tester one at first. I feel like with the buckwheat, it can take a little bit more oat milk. There you go. I think this is better. Yeah, this is not a stick now. Okay. So yeah, there you go. You've got your edges. Ooh, yay! It's working. And then lift it up.
Looks beautiful.
messed it up a little bit at the end here because I was being impatient, but that's okay. But look, it's all like beautiful and lacy.
Yeah.
And if I was making these pancakes to have for breakfast, straight away hot off the pan kind of thing, I would put it on the plate. And my mom does this thing where she takes a whole pack of butter with the wrapping kind of like on top, and she like slaps it on, and she leaves it there while she fries the next one. And I know that it sounds like, or looks a bit like, oh my god, there's a whole pack of butter, but it just melts just enough for it to absorb enough butter to be like, and and that's amazing. Not too long on the other side actually, so it's ready. It's beautiful. We're just gonna, it got a little bit broken, but that's fine. The next one is gonna be better. And I am gonna use, for this size of pan, I'm gonna use a whole ladle full. So again, I'm just gonna kind of wipe it a little bit, take a whole ladle full of the batter, and just swirl it around. And just wait. And we're just gonna keep frying until we've got a nice stack there. Then we're gonna fold them into kind of like parcels.
Yeah, into parcel shape.
Yeah, parcel shapes. So they're gonna be like rectangular things like that. And then once they're all cooled down, we're gonna melt some butter in and just fry them in butter. And it's a super indulgent, delicious autumnal situation.
Yes.
So it's all kind of like nice and set here, and it's starting to brown here a little bit. I'm just going to raise the heat. You might need to play around with the heat a little bit and see whether you increase it a bit or put it down a bit if it's all a bit too hot and burning a bit. But also hold the nerve, because if you try to lift it up when it's not ready, it is going to stick and you're going to ruin the whole situation. So, I'm mainly talking to myself here. Just don't touch it. Okay, so here you can see on the edges that they're becoming brown. And I'm just going to kind of do that on the outside of the pancake first, just to dislodge it a bit. And I'm going to start from here, from the side that does look properly kind of brown. And because it's got buckwheat flour, it is a little bit more brittle than a full-on wheat pancake. So just be gentle and patient with it. Sorry, I just knocked your camera. So that's it. I'm just gonna... Opa! Look at that. Look at the lace on that. And I feel like adding that hot water, if you're using wheat flour, really helps to pre-cook the starch and create more of a lacy pancake situation. And because we're gonna refry them, actually, maybe do you think this is a bit too brown? It's gonna be alright. But yeah, but it's okay if they're a little bit paler than this, because remember that you're gonna fry them later as well.
And also those pancakes are very like addition to all of the Ukrainians' wedding. So whenever you go to a Ukrainian wedding, they have this course where they have fried soury pancakes on a table, because Ukrainians' weddings are a bit different from English weddings. You don't get just one like 3-course meal or 5-course meal. You get like 25-course meal, and one of those would be different pancakes with different fillings. And mushroom filling is one of the most popular because all nations follow it.
But all of those dishes on the table and kind of a lot of the time room temperature as well. So that's why, again, otherwise it's quite a lot of work, I think. In Georgia as well, when you have a supra, most of the dishes will be room temp. Because, oh my God, the time that the Georgians make a toast, which is amazing, but it's almost like a philosophical discourse. It takes a while, and almost after each shot, you do, you do some kind of a toast. So you just can't have hot
Yes,
dishes on the table. And that's why I don't know about you, but I still don't understand the warming the plates.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I don't get
Me
like.
neither. Me neither.
I think Joe and my mom-in-law Caroline, obviously, like, I don't know, actually, no, Joe doesn't really bother, but some of my friends would really be like, okay, we need to warm the plates, but I don't get it. I'm just like, I'm okay with room temp stuff, or not stuff that burns in my mouth. Anyway, it's different cultural kind of these idiosyncrasies, but it's all beautiful and however you like it. Okay, one more flip.
I think one of the first meals that I made for Kai's family when I came, it were pancakes.
Really?
Yes.
And obviously they enjoyed it. Oh my god, Kai,
I
this
think
is a
that
really
was the
beautiful-
main reason Kai actually married me.
I'm sure it's not, but look, that's what you want, that kind of laciness.
Yes.
With our process today.
And oat milk, just what?
And oat milk. Oh, like, shall we just try this one just very quickly? I'm just gonna try it. We're just gonna try it and see how it worked. I mean, you can't tell. It's actually, it's absolutely delicious. So
We're going plant-based.
well, so I don't know if somebody in comments can make a recommendation for an egg substitute. Educate us, please. That would be amazing. And then you could make amazing vegan pancakes too. So
I think I heard that bananas, mashed bananas, are a good substitute for egg.
what?
Yeah.
But maybe
Franny, my neighbor who is vegan,
But-
she always said that if you put mashed bananas in
but in sweet recipes or
in any, maybe that would substitute the bit of sugar that we give as well.
but it's gonna have a banana-y flavor. I don't know.
Yeah.
I trust you. I trust Rani. She's an amazing woman. She knows what she's doing. So our last pancake now. As you cook, the pan is becoming hotter and hotter. So keep that in mind. So it will take less time to cook each of the pancakes. So from the first one that you've cooked, and this is the last one, is going to be pretty swift. So Kai just tried one of the broken pancakes, and what did you say?
They're better than the normal ones.
And so how many we've got? So we've got quite a few. Filling in, and it's onion, garlic, mushrooms, thyme, clarified butter, but you can use normal butter or oil, salt, a bit of pepper we should have put in, whatever, we didn't. Add a little bit of creme fraiche.
And we use some.
And yes, and dried mushroom powder as well.
Exactly.
And tell me about the meaty ones that you make, and I'll tell you about mine.
So when I first came to UK, I wanted to impress my future husband's family. So I made pancakes filled with mincemeat
Yes.
and some fried onions with it, garlic and creme fraiche. And it
So
was
you cook it all together
all
first.
together. You cook onions and then you put mincemeat with it, and then you salt it. You put some pepper, and then you in the end, just like we did with mushrooms, just in the end a little bit of creme fraiche to make it like saucy,
Yeah.
and then you just puzzle it up and then fry it.
Oh my god, delicious. So my grandma Vera used to make them with, she used to poach chicken. So I don't know if you make like soup or something, you've got a little bit of breast left over, or if you can just also just poach chicken to make the filling, and then you cut it really, really small into some really small bits, or even my mom used to put it through the meat grinder, so it's all kind of like mushed up cooked chicken, and again caramelized onions, salt, pepper, and I don't even know if they put creme fraiche or not, but it was just so delicious. And my grandma, so you either make big ones like these, I think, but she actually made tiny ones. So she would cut this pancake into 4 kind of triangles like that, and she would make really tiny kind of like bite-sized pancakes, and they were amazing. And she didn't fry them afterwards. She would just put them into one of those enamel containers, and they'll be like stacked up in the fridge, and if you're hungry, you just, as a kid, you just go on and just like just eat one. She was the best. So how do we just do like a burrito type thing? Do we go up? And how do you do it?
Yeah,
Show me.
I'll just do it like
Like
that.
this?
Yes, and then you just
So
turn
just
it
the parcel.
around, just parcel,
Okay.
and then you fry it.
Okay, so one more
Clean
time.
it.
So like this, then like this, and then like that, and like that, and you've got a nice parcel. Put it on the kind of seam side down, and we just wait to fry them. And when we fry them, we'll go seam side down first, so they kind of like, you know, hold in place. And so let's just do that. If it broke a little bit, don't get too stressed out. It's fine. One for you, one for me. Let's do it one more time. And again, like if you've got little holes here or something, again, don't worry, it's going to be a parcel, so it's not going to be tiny bit more. And like this, like that. Look at the lace on that, like this, like that, and the parcel. One thing that is, you know, about buckwheat flour is that they are a little bit brittle, so maybe don't be as rough as me. I was a little bit rough with them, I feel. Okay, I've got a little bit of this kind of leftover butter, and I'm not gonna waste it, so I'm just gonna go like this, put the butter in. It's really hot. I got it a little bit too hot. And then just put the pancakes in, seam side down. And then we're gonna fry 3 at a time. Actually, I'm just gonna add a little bit more butter here. Just like, right?
Never too much.
I know, but this, I mean, it's indulgent and delicious, right? And again, if you're not using dairy or whatever, just use oil and it will be fine. So I'm on medium heat, medium-low heat. Again, play with the temperature, but leave them alone so they have time to kind of caramelize properly on the bottom. Okay, so just flip. Again, be careful, gently. But look, this is like really nice and crispy here already. Oh, it got unfolded, but don't worry. Just kind of like go like this. We'll be fine. And then let's do this one. And this one is really nice and kind of together. So maybe we made some of them a little bit too fat. I'm always a little bit greedy with the filling. I always want to overfill things. Would you serve them with a little bit of cold creme fraiche from the fridge on the side?
Yes, I've been thinking about this a lot. I would definitely. I always want to put creme fraiche in everything. I think it's
part of being Ukrainian. This is where it's at. I think there's enough fat, would you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that henna situation on your hand?
My children been to the festival. That's when you know when you've been to the summer festivals. It's when you have henna all over you. And not nice and elaborate.
Did they do it?
Yeah.
Just it's looking a little bit dry. I'm just gonna do a little bit more cheeky butter.
So it's just I can't even open them now. So it's just a very classic pickling recipe. I can't open them now. Kai, I'm sorry. You can't as well. Come on, Joe, you have to do it. You don't need to be in a sink.
Okay. Oh.
Oh wow. So you
recipe.
put like one jar or 1 unit of water.
Yeah.
1 unit of vinegar.
Yeah.
And then you put salt, sugar, and you dissolve salt and sugar. You put a little bit of bay leaf. You put a little bit of juniper berries or allspice berry, whatever you use. And then if you have dill, that's brilliant. You put a little bit of dill as well. So you dissolve it, water and vinegar and sugar and salt. And then don't get it too hot. And then you just pour it over your...
Warm.
Yeah, warm, yes. And you
Over the garlic flowers?
Yes.
Shall we try? Shall we have a go at this whole situation?
Yes.
Oh
So
my
they
God.
go perfectly with mushrooms, as we think.
Yeah. Okay. One. I'm gonna go for this one here. And a little bit of creme fraiche for sure. Let me just get a spoon, sorry. So just a bit on the side like that. And then some for me. And then a little bit of garlic.
So put some nice Wild flowers, or you can put them.
If people don't have this, just any other pickle, like a little bit of kraut, might be nice.
Yes, any pickles that you have, but please go out foraging in spring. It's first kind of thing that you can preserve in spring, and I think it just makes you go out in the wild and then enjoy through the whole year this forest gifts.
You're gonna take me next year?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Shall we try it? Come on, do it. Please. Do it. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm gonna put just a little pickled garlic through it. This is not going to be very elegant, I'm so sorry. Okay, it's beyond how unelegant that was. Okay, let's try again.
Creme fraiche.
The pancake, the buckwheat,
Everything.
the mushrooms, your amazing garlic.
It just goes so
Oh,
well.
this is so good. I'd pay money for that, Nataliya. Honestly, they served me this in a restaurant. Or anywhere.
Oh, anyway.
Let me know if you make
This
it,
is
guys.
good.
So good.